Lads, have you ever just thought to yourself, why the fuck can I not hit my goals? Why do I never achieve what I set out to achieve? And I know right now you're probably thinking, oh, it's going to be another goal setting video from another self-proclaimed coach. Guys, set yourself the fuck down for a moment. And I know your impulse control is going off the charts. One, because you don't have any. You're already thinking about the next TikTok, the next Instagram, or the next video around this video on this noisy world of YouTube that you want to click on to procrastinate and, do some self-development masturbation or some shit like that. But guys, strap the fuck in for a second, right? You ever heard the quote, you never rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems? Right now for you, you're setting all these massive pie in the sky, crazy, audacious, delusional, beautiful goals, and I salute you for doing that, right? But the biggest thing that you're missing, brother, the biggest thing that you're missing is you're still showing up as a fucking loser, but with bigger goals, and that's the only thing you're doing. Your standards haven't changed, your systems haven't changed, the way you think, the way you believe, the way you act day to day, it's not changed. You have no habits in place that would actually align you up with that desired goal. So let me break it down for you, right? I've been lucky enough to coach some extremely high performing guys, like a lot of them. I've been in the coaching space for around 10 years now. I've been there, done that. I've got the badge, done my 10,000 hours in the gym floor, ran a gym, worked with massive coaching companies. I've traveled the world. I live between Dubai and Bali, and I work with some very top end clients that are doing massive things in business. They're absolute titans in their niche. They're doing anywhere between the 6 and 10 million a year. And with these top execs, these CEOs, these business owners, these entrepreneurs, there's something that differentiates them from where you're at, right? And I'm not saying with their own personal, business strategies or goals, that's the thing. It's the standard they fucking live by, right? It's the standard they live by, almost like this. Think this into existence for a little fucking second, my brother. Right, if you wanted to be a millionaire, if you wanted to actually become a millionaire, right, what would you do? You wouldn't just say, I want to be a millionaire. You wouldn't just say you want to be a fucking millionaire, would you? You'd have to pause for a second and really put in a strategy and plan in place and ask yourself, is the current version of me worthy enough of being a millionaire, right? And trust me, I'm going to tie this into physique and purpose and body and stuff. So again, you little fucking crackheads, sit the fuck down and continue watching this video. But you would start off and think, right, I need to build a business. And I need to have leverage. I need to have a cash generating vehicle. I need to have something that's going to generate me £1 million or $1 million or $1 million rupee or whatever it is, whatever fucking part of the world you live in, right? But you wouldn't sell yourself short the minute it goes hard or gets hard, would you? Right? Because building a 7-figure business can be tough. It can be very fucking tough, right? But similar goes to your physique. If you want to build a really fucking powerful physique, like a strong, lean, confident body, capped shoulders, jack delts, tight waist, sub 12% body fat year round, incredible energy, high testosterone, then the current version of you that maybe doesn't have those attributes, right, is based upon a couple of things. It's not because you don't want to achieve the goal of having all those desired outcomes I've just touched on, it's because you're not showing up like the guy who's worth having them. And any time it gets a little bit hard, the goal still remains the same, but your standards are completely off. You might be going to a wedding for a weekend, or you might be going on a holiday or a trip, or there's travel, or there's this or there's that. And the minute you're plucked out your little cute situation, when everything's perfect, when you've got your meal prep, you've got your supplements, you've got your daily gym regular pass, you fucking fail. You fold like a hot Mars bar in the sun. And this is something I used to struggle with myself personally, and this is why I'm unpacking it in such a kind of meandering way right now. I want to tell a story, right? For me, for a long time, guys, I was very good for a short period of time. I was like a one-hit wonder, a one-pump chump, right? If I had a goal, I would become everything that goal would have required of me as a person, because it's never how, it's always who. It's who you need to become, right? and then I'd achieve the goal. Let's say it's an ultra marathon, let's say it's a bodybuilding competition, a photo shoot, or a business outcome, or whatever it might have been. I would pursue it, I would achieve it, I would become it, and once I hit it, I would fall flat on my face because there was this false ledge that was created. The standards were hypothetical, they were only set for a short period, not a long time, right? Short time, not a long time. And this is where you guys are failing massively. And the thing that separates you, right? The thing that will separate you from being the guy you want to be from where you're currently at, that gap between the gain, is right now, you've got the goal, that's great. But you as a human being right now, as a man, you're just not good enough yet. You're just not good enough yet. You've got the vices, you've got the distraction, you've got the porn, you've got the drugs, you've got the smoking, you've got the drinking, you've got the binge eating, right? And then you're always saying shit like, I'm going to hit it this Monday. I'm going to get locked in, brother. I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y. And you start inserting more hypothetical pressure upon yourself to align with a goal, which quite frankly far exceeds the level of work in which you're going to be willing to put in. So you don't need bigger goals, brother. You need better standards, right? You need an operating system. And this is something that I had to build for myself because quite frankly, I'm a fucking retard sometimes. And if I don't have an artistic level of depth behind the system I need to operate from, then what happens? Business boxes don't get ticked. Physical goals become wishy-washy, airy-fairy. I start getting soft. I start fucking eating ice cream and cookies every single day. I start going out on the weekends and having a few too many Pinot Noirs. And shit just starts hitting the fucking fan. And then I wake up 6 weeks later and I look like fucking Mr. Blobby off the back of an Ibiza trip, which is never a fucking good sight to see. And then your self-worth drops. So the thing is, right, you need this operating system in place. You need this clear-cut, artistic level structure, because right now, guys, you are a retard if you're not where you want to be. You are an idiot if you're not where you want to be, because you're probably smart enough to achieve the level of success you want. You've already done quite a few good things, I can imagine. If you're watching this video, if you're 7.5 minutes into a video and you're watching this and you're thinking, yeah, he's kind of making a bit of sense already. If I'm making any sense to you right here, right now, you're obviously an intelligent person, but you're actually a dumb fuck if you've not achieved your goals. And that is because your standards are shit. They are absolutely crap. You don't know how to posture yourself. You don't know what level of energy you need to operate with. You don't know the daily productivity systems that are actually key to be installed into your life. You don't have a clear physique roadmap. You don't know how to operate at the highest standard physically and mentally. You don't know how to regulate your emotional control. You're always up, down, left, right. You think you're not a stressed out person, but quite frankly, you're just masking it with things like the fucking vices, which I touched on. You've got all these things going on, this kind of fucking pot of gumbo full of absolute shit, right? Absolute fucking shit. And when you start mixing it, the smell that comes from it is absolutely awful, and it just puts you off because there's too many things going around. It's fucked, right? So what you have to go through is a period of success by subtraction. That's what life is. Every single morning, and I would write this down, get a pen and paper out, you crackhead, you little crazy crackhead guy that wants to jump off the video. Get a pen and paper down. I'm going to give you something to do. Give you something to do, put a dummy in your mouth, pacify you for a second. Get a pen and paper out and write down AM alignment. Write down AM alignment, okay? Every single morning you're going to do a couple of things. I'm just going to list them off right here, right now. In the morning, first thing, you're going to wake up, no alarm, at 5 AM every single day. Non-negotiable, because you don't need a fucking alarm, right? An alarm will spike your cortisol way too high. I don't wake up with an alarm, I always wake up 5 AM every single day, fresh as a daisy, ready to fucking kill it, right? So no alarm, so make sure you're going to bed at the right fucking time first and foremost. But you wake up in the morning, no alarm, and take 10 minutes on a morning of peace. I've never met a millionaire that rushes. They're always slow, they move with confidence, just be the guy, just be the fucking version of yourself you want to be. Take a slow morning, 10 minutes is all you need. Hydrate, maybe stretch for 5 minutes, do a couple of push-ups, get the blood flowing, right? I call that a frequency raiser. Align yourself, get in the right frequency, because your frequency is therefore what you're frequently going to see for the day. And if you stack a quick win with some body weight movement, you're going to feel fucking pretty good about yourself. So do that first, whether it be 10 minutes mobility, 25 to 50 push-ups, a couple of jumping jacks, or some tapping. You know, a bit of autophagy, turn the body on, get the cells switched on, breathe, take 10 big deep breaths, just do something to actually like become present with your fucking body for a second, right? Do that. That's step number one. Then smash a coffee with your electrolytes. Not together. Remember, I'm treating you like you're an idiot, because if you've not achieved your goals right now, you're an idiot. Have your coffee, have your electrolytes, get hydrated, get caffeinated, you're switched on now. And you're going to have this AM alignment, and you're going to write down a statement saying, I am. Okay, first and foremost, I am. And then you're going to list off all of the positive desires, attributes, character traits, operating standards in which the very best version of yourself would have if he was to already have the result. You write them down, get a nice chunky page written down of your I am statements. Then ground yourself with some gratitude. Write 3 things down you're grateful for. Boom, align yourself in that higher positive frequency and vibration. Understand that your life's not actually that bad, so stop being such a sad, pessimistic fuck. Right? So you're aligned with your I am statement, you're grateful for some stuff, you've frequency raised yourself to a higher standard, you're feeling good. Then what you do, right? What you're going to do is write down your top 1 to 5 things you need to action for that day. Anyone, if they're doing more than, I'd probably say 5 action steps in a day, they're just busy fools, to be honest. You need about 5 core action steps. 1 to 2 for your body, 1 for your brain, and the other 2 for your business, I would say, to move things around. It's like the 2-1-2 method, right? You would install the 2-1-2 method into your life and have that nailed. So you're clear on exact outcomes, goals to tick off for the day, right? So it could be your strength training session, your macronutrients, it could be a walk, it could be a run, it could be recovery, sauna, steam, whatever it is, key in. If you're training more than 5 days a week anyway, you're a fucking idiot as well. So only train 3 days a week, so on the off days you can do the other shit like recovery or go a run. It's as simple as that. Success by subtraction. With the one thing, right, for your mind, you're already doing it. You're watching this video, you're aligning, you're getting the assumptions sorted, you're behaving as the guy that would have. You're getting clear, you're getting your subconscious rewired for the life you want to live. And then you remove the want, you remove the importance, and you be him now. Because see, when you are clear in your I am statements, guess what's going to happen? You're like, fuck, maybe I am that guy, maybe I just start behaving like that guy. And you're grateful for X, Y, Z, and you know the habits, you know the mindset, you know the way he looks, feels, thinks, performs. It becomes very abundantly clear as to who you fucking now need to be. So just be that guy, please and thank you. Then from there, once you've done that, that's your kind of OS, right? For me, I run it called the TD5, the Daily 5 strategy, right? It's 5 daily habits done every single day that I operate with, which I install to every single one of my clients' lives. It allows you to tap into your purpose, tap into your physique, become more productive, and operate at a higher physical and psychological level. Your performance, right? If you have those locked in, with a simple strategy of 5 daily habits, which allow you to kick and tick all 4 of the core pillars that every man should be dialed into, otherwise you're going to be missing the mark, then you will be the most aligned, high frequency version of yourself. Once that's installed, guys, you never need to set goals again. The standard in which you operate with will just become almost this fucking life force energy where you just attract massive levels of success in your life anyway. I don't really set goals, I set timelines and allow my identity to catch up with the timeline I'm in based upon the habits, standards, routines and mindset I now have within that period of time. That's where you guys are going wrong. You're setting the goals but you're operating like a fucking wet wipe with bigger goals. It's not going to work, bitch. It's not going to work. So for you to actually get what you really want, it's going to come down to you removing goals and just becoming a better fucking human. A lot of guys are like, Lewis, I wanna work with you, and I'm like, cool, here's the thing to look through to start, here's the price, what it is, and it's like, oh, I can't afford that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think you could afford that, because you're not the man yet. People are always like, outcome, I want outcome, I want outcome, I want end goal, I want it now. But they're not actually a valuable enough man. Like a lot of you guys out there, you don't need a coach. You actually need to become a guy valuable enough to therefore be coached. Like you probably, if you applied to work with me, if I looked at your application, I probably couldn't even take you on if you're not personally developed enough already. Because the way we operate inside the program is a completely different level and standard to what anyone else, quite frankly, does, and that's the difference. You've seen the results in which we get every single one of our guys. The level of detail we go into with every single one of our one-to-one clients is absolutely off the charts. No one else is doing what we do. I know that hands down. And I've just given you some absolute free sauce in this video on how to actually detail your life in the simplest, most retard-proof, dumb fuck way possible, in a language, in a way that I've spoken it, that if it does not land and if it goes over your head, there's something wrong with you. So the thing is, if you want your results to change your results. That's how it goes. You need to have a clearer vision, a better operating system, a better mindset. You need better energy. You need to become a man in which you would value, because then the value in which you'll be returned with, because it's like law of reciprocity, the more valuable you become, the more value you bring to the world. Therefore, people will, exchange value with you. It's as simple as that. So everything you want, all the promotions, all the girls, all the fucking travel, the freedom, all the shit, you're never going to have that unless you become the man. You need to become savage. You need to become undeniable with every single aspect. Because yeah, you can have a decent paying job, but if you're a soft little itty bitty gimp fuck behind the scenes, no one's going to take you seriously. They don't care about your bank balance nor the car you drive. They don't care if you get it valeted on a fucking Sunday and you've got no crumbs in between your seats. That's the only thing that you fucking validate yourself on. Your Sunday car wash. The thing that people validate you on will always be the energy, the presence, the confidence, the alignment, the charisma, the confidence, the state, and the presence in which you operate with day to day. That is the main thing, how you make them feel. Nobody cares what you say. Nobody cares what you think. You're a silent being in your own life right now. You're a ghost, coasting through it. If you want to be respected, you need to become undeniable. The only way you can do that is not by setting bigger fucking goals, but by having better standards and systems. Guys, short and sweet from me today, a little bit of a Tuesday morning rant. If you want to get to work and you want to take things to the top, there's going to be a link in the description below. Mark my words, if you fill this form out, and you're not a good fit, I'll send some stuff your way to crack on with and to action, to maybe one day you will be a good fit. If you are a good fit, you will chat directly with me one-to-one. We're going to see exactly what your next best move has to be, unpack every little road, block, barrier, challenge, problem that might potentially be in the way, get you crystal clear North Star mission and vision, and install the TD5, get you operating across the core 4, build a world-class physique, destroy average, become undeniable, and allow you to operate like the man you've always wanted to be. And it's as simple as that. Guys, let's go, let's get it, let's have a sick fucking day. And if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.